Jesus today in your situation. Amen. Please, can you just sing this song for 2 minutes? We have come to draw from your well, Jesus. Draw from you again. We have come to draw from you again. Interesting topic. You know, this is our year of increased greatness, and it's our month of uncommon blessings. 60% of what I'll be telling you today are things I heard from our preachers, our ministers. It's very important to learn for a good mentor. You know, a mentor is one whose past is your present and your future. So it's very important to learn from a good mentor. Having said that, permit me to recognize our pastor, Reverend Luke Eboluba, and the pastorate for this great opportunity to minister to you today. Also, I bring greetings from the technical crew of the church, especially the sound units where I work. You know, we have Brother Ika, Sister Kelechi, and Sister Antonia. They are all behind the scenes workers in the church. One interesting thing about this is that the sound guys don't get noticed until something goes wrong. If something goes wrong, they'll run there and say, see, we're not hearing this. So God bless you in Jesus' name. Also, I bring greetings from the church staff, Sister Emma, Brother Elijah, Sister Sheldon, Michael, they all greet you in Jesus' name. Something about Auntie Emma, she doesn't notice, but let me say it. She has the anointing of preparing the general overseer. Manager wants to prepare. Reverend Felix Medoyi, we don't know next. Maybe our pastor now will become the next. Praise the Lord. And lastly, and most importantly, I want to get many greetings from my wife. She's over there. She greets all of you. Last Sunday, now to my message, I move swiftly. Last Sunday, Amon Sugar revealed to us how to access uncommon blessings through favor. I'd like to continue in that way. My topic is how to access, or rather accessing uncommon blessings through spiritual growth. Through spiritual growth. On the Easter Sunday of this year, our Luke Apostle told us, and I heard the day I was working at the he said, let it be known on this Sunday that spiritual power is a must for every forceful and fruitful Christian. Also, one of our He encourages us to give attention to reading the Bible and not be spiritually ignorant. In other words, we should be spiritually wise. Spiritually wise, that's wisdom. Okay. What then is wisdom? Everybody say wisdom. In Proverbs chapter 4, 1:27 told us what wisdom is all about. Verse 7 there especially said, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all that getting, get understanding. Get what? Understanding. Wisdom. Wisdom is the ability to recognize difference. Difference in a moment, like the thief next to Jesus at the cross. He recognized that difference. At that moment, the Pharisees couldn't recognize the difference, but he did. And Jesus told him, tonight you'll be with me in paradise. Difference in value, difference in purpose, difference in people. Wisdom doesn't come through age. We have 90-year-old people that don't serve God. We have 20-year-old boys that go to church and they are committed to God. The purpose of wisdom in Proverbs chapter 2 is to show us the difference between good people and bad people. Proverbs chapter 2. The purpose of wisdom is to show the difference between good people and bad people. Imagine if you never experienced a deceiver in your life. How would your life be now? Imagine if everybody you spoke to was a truthful person. It doesn't take but one person to mess your life up. It doesn't take but one person to mess your life up. Samson didn't have to date everybody before he got a haircut. You are one person away from the tragedy. You are one person away from the tragedy. That's the value of wisdom. Is this person trustworthy? Who does he listen to? If I know the voice you trust, the voice that matters most to you, I can predict your decisions. Therefore, spiritual wisdom is the paramount determinant of uncommon blessings. Spiritual wisdom is the paramount determinant of uncommon blessings. Spiritual enlightenment produces positive attitude towards God. You can only tap into God's mandate to dominate situations and circumstances around you when you are spiritually sound and aligned with Him. I pray that from today you will dominate sin, you will dominate finance, and you will dominate every situation around you in Jesus' name. Our mom Yojo, she's my birthday date. On Mother's Day, she gave us a wake-up call from spiritual sickness. For a true believer to dominate and overcome in this world of ours, spiritual growth therefore become a constant, a must. Therefore, spiritual growth is not your pastor's work. Your spiritual growth is not your pastor's work. It's your own work. You have to do all it takes. You have to long for it to develop spiritually. I'll give you an illustration. Just 1 minute, I want to do something now. In this envelope, I have some money, very little money. I want to give to any youth or teenagers in this house. Now. So, just listen to the question. If you want this money, I want to see you make a show off. If you want this money. Brian, you are not doing the identify. No, Brian, you will get it. If you want this money, I just want to see you make a show off. If you don't get it, I'll keep my money back. Or we'll put it in the children's box if you don't get it. It's going. If you want the money, I want to see you make a show off. Praise the Lord. What I'm trying to say, you have to long for it. Go for it. Go for it. Spiritual growth, you have to long for it. Do everything it takes for you to grow spiritually. This morning I'll be sharing 3 things you need to live a life of spiritual growth and 7 reasons why you need spiritual endowment in order to access uncommon blessings. But before then, let me quickly talk to the youth. I'll advise them and we'll move ahead. Your reaction to the Bible documents the future of your life. That's why a man of God can look at your reaction and prophesy everything that is going to happen to your future. It takes 56 hours to read the Bible through. 800,000 words. The most important scripture in the Bible is Numbers 23:19. God is not a man that he should lie, nor a son of man that he should repent. This is my opinion. When anybody asks you of your opinion, just go to the Bible. Say, this is it. This is my database. This is what I believe. The most powerful thing on the earth is a conversation. And the most powerful part of a conversation is a question. Jesus loves questions so much, he answered questions with questions. A question is a seed for a season. Until you ask a question, others control your knowledge. A question decides an instant change. Your question wants you with a mentor, and the person you believe has written your future. Trust no man who doesn't trust your God. If you don't trust God, I'll never trust you. The first proof of character is to recognize character. The only thing God does is talk. That's all he does. He does everything with his mouth. He does everything with his mouth. And he said to the righteous, I have given you a mouth to deliver you. I don't know looking for a deliverer, because my mouth is my deliverer. Say, my mouth is my deliverer. And everything God created requires an instruction. Every change in your life came out of a conversation. Every miracle in your life comes out of a conversation. Therefore, the most powerful thing on earth is a conversation. God has a passion for conversation, a passion to listen, a passion to talk. And he explains this in Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 36 when he explains the reasons he made humans. He said, I have made you for conversation. I have made you to hear my voice. And since some people couldn't get close enough to God to hear him, he said to Jeremiah, I'm going to put my words in your mouth. So when people that couldn't get close to God get close to Jeremiah, they hear God speak through him. Therefore, today, when people who can't get close to God hear you speak, they hear God speak. Hallelujah. He puts his word in her mouth. Everything God needs an instruction. 1 Kings chapter 17. Elijah was instructed by God to go to the widow of Zarephath after the brook dried up. Instructions have time frame. Tell your neighbor, instructions have expiration date. He said, now go to the brook. I have instructed her to feed you. And when he got there, when Elijah got there, the woman had no knowledge of that instruction. Why? Because the instruction was in his mouth, in Elijah's mouth. If our preachers could ever get that, if he could ever get that, the people's instructions are stuck in your mouth, and they will never hear them until you speak them. You know, our pastor told Udokime, he said, immediately said, he triggered something in me and I wrote it down. He said, obedience, or rather, instructions are meant to be obeyed, not to be argued. Instructions are meant to be obeyed, not to be argued. Your word in life depends on your ability to follow an instruction. Obedience is something you do without an understanding. And the first person in your life you should believe is the Holy Spirit. When he tells you something, just go ahead. You don't need to understand. Obedience is the opposite of understanding. Understanding is what you do with an agreement. Obedience is what you do. Or rather, an agreement is what you do with an understanding. But obedience is what you do without an understanding. You know, Reverend David Amosu, during the just completed solemn assembly, he told us, he said, God is not moved by your tears to answer your prayers. God is moved by your faith to answer your prayers. That means you can only exercise your faith in obedience to God. Therefore, number 2, your uncommon blessings are proportionate to your obedience to God. 1, I say, spiritual wisdom is a paramount determinant of uncommon blessings. 2 now is that uncommon blessings are proportionate to your obedience to God. I want you to say this prayer after me. Just say, precious Holy Spirit, you are my master mentor. You are my trusted teacher. I love your voice. When you talk to me, I am healed. When you correct me, I excel. Today I am a receiver. I receive your words and your instructions. I receive your assignments. If you have called me to the world of business, prosper my hands. If you have called me into government, I accept that ministry of order. And if you have separated me from the ministry to teach your wisdom, I embrace my assignment in Jesus' name. Second to the last thing I want to tell you is that be a good receiver. You don't need to have a lot of knowledge, just be a good receiver. Learn how to receive. Learn how to receive an opportunity. Learn how to receive an instruction. Learn how to receive a compliment. How do you receive a problem that comes your way? How do you receive a correction? Or do you just mount back at the person correcting you? God is looking for professional receivers, skilled receivers. Yes, I thought of this and I will say it. I want all the eligible brothers in the house. You are not married. Say, I'm a receiver. All the eligible brothers say, I am a receiver. Now I want you to receive a wife. Wife's number 1 purpose is a wealth manager. Wife number 1 purpose is a wealth manager. Just say it again, say, I'm a receiver. And everything you don't have has been something you have been unwilling to receive. John 1:11 says he came to his own and his own received him not. But to us, many that received him, to them he gave. Yeah. One of the numerous ways to receive is by asking. Asking. Asking means taking action. No matter how many times the pastor, our leaders, pronounces God's blessings on you, if you don't take action to that effect, nothing will happen. Asking himself, God ASK. In Matthew 7 says, ask, seek, knock. A is what? Ask. S is what? Seek. K is what? It's a process. You have to complete it. Many of us just pray, we don't seek, and we don't knock. After praying, you have to seek, and you have to knock. Many refuse to ask God for uncommon harvest. Many people refuse to ask God for uncommon harvest. Why? Because 1, they have disobeyed every instruction God has given them, and they know it. You can only be bold when you are right before God. You can only be bold when you are right before God. Number 2 reason. Millions of people do not pursue the principles of God or invest in any time alone with Him in the secret place. The most important place in your life is your secret place. Your secret place. The first 7 minutes with God. The first 7 minutes of your day with God. So, the first 7 minutes of your day with God, with the Holy Spirit, in the secret place. You know, 7 is something you can do routinely. You can easily do if you wake up 5 o'clock from 5 o'clock to 5:07. Go into His presence with singing. Talk to the Holy Spirit. 7 Sing a love song to him. Enter into his courts first with singing and thanksgiving. I'll tell you some quotes about routine, something you do every day. Men who succeed do something every day, others do occasionally. What you do consistently determines what you become permanently. You will never change your life until you change something you do daily. And the last one, the secret of your future is hidden in your daily routine. The secret of your future is hidden in your daily routine. As a result, uncommon blessings of harvest requires an uncommon provider. So if you don't go to God, you can't have an uncommon blessings. Just say, I'm a good receiver. Get skilled at receiving. And God will answer you in Jesus' name. I have to go fast now. Finally, for the youth, be a professional learner. Be a professional learner. At this point, I would like to celebrate a man I learned so much from. Since I met this man, he has changed my life so well. He's born in the month of April. That's why he's an author. He has written over 400 books. I have some of his books. He's a tele-evangelist. He preaches around the world. He's the founder and the senior pastor of the Wisdom Center Ministry. His name is Dr. Mike Modoc. Please a round of applause for this man. I need to celebrate him. You're not happy. Let me tell you something. Hold on, let me tell you something. If you say celebrate a man, as you celebrate him, your reaction to the man of God is God's reaction to you. If I say celebrate a man, and people will celebrate while you're alive. You know, my younger sister, when she graduated with first class, just graduating student. And on the day of the convocation, they had to call my parents out to celebrate them. And when they called my parents out, my dad and my younger sister got up and walked out. Why? Because my mother died 3 days to the day of our celebration. So if I tell you, I should celebrate this man, God will celebrate you in your lifetime in Jesus' name. Praise the Lord! I've learned not to pray for money. I've told some people, I say, I don't pray for money because prayer is not the key for money. Isaiah 1:17, he said, pray to do well. He said, learn to do well. Joshua 1:7 and 8, didn't say God will make your way successful. He says you will make your way successful. Prayer don't make you prosper. This was actually dealt with in last business fellowship. Many of you remember Reverend Osai Mokwa. A non-learner will always be broke. I don't care if you pay for 4 hours. A non-learner will always be broke. You got to learn before God can make you prosperous. One thing I would like you to learn as youth and teenagers is law of the seed. Learn the law of the seed. If I sow corn, I reap corn. If I sow watermelon seed in the soil, I reap watermelon. Words are the seed for feelings. Confession is the seed for mercy. Repentance is the seed for forgiveness. Honor is the seed for favor. As youths and teenagers, I need you to identify 5 sources of favor and lavish them with honor, and your life will change. Listening is my seed for knowledge. Knowledge is my seed for changes in my life. The changes in my life are proportionate to my knowledge. A seed means something I have been given to create the future I have been promised. Study your seed. Don't study your need. Study your seed. What have you been given? Encouragement is a seed. Mercy is a seed. Forgiveness of someone is a seed. Creating peace is a seed. Money is a seed. Battle is a seed. Battle for territory. Your office, you want to get into an office, you want to get an employment, you want to get a contract. It's a battle for territory. I'll talk about it later if time permits me in this message. You are a walking seed factory. I am a seed for anything I want in my life. Understand the law of the seed. And this is very important now, youth and teenagers. Understand the law of the seed. Something you are doing has a future. Something you're saying has a future. For example, while I was praying for this message, I decided to, and I wish I did, I recognized the guys in the control room. I was just writing, I'm going to recognize them. And couldn't believe me, that same week, during our solemn assembly, I was recognizing the man of God. God, through the man of God, recognized me and called me out. What you make happen to others, God will multiply it and make it happen to you. And this is very important for you to watch what you do. And I'll tell you what the Holy Spirit told me about this. Many of you here, you know it. You have sown seed of discord and unhealthy rivalry. Check any organization where things are not working well. Some people or somebody has sown the seed of discord and unhealthy rivalry. Check properly your life. The Holy Spirit told me, if you know you are here and you have sown the seed of discord and unhealthy rivalry, go back, go and amend your ways before it's too late. I heard it and I wrote it down. You are a walking seed factory. There should never be any day of your life you don't have a seed to sow. Genesis chapter 8, verse 22. You can look at it. When God talks about a seed to you, He has a harvest on His mind. When God talks about a seed to you, He has an uncommon harvest in His mind. This means uncommon harvest is the manifestation of uncommon seed sown. Uncommon harvest is the manifestation of uncommon seed sown. My time is fast spent. I would like to, I think I have about 7 minutes more. Let me quickly share this. There are two parts of the gospel. Two parts. The person of Jesus and the principles that He taught. The person of Jesus and the principles that He taught. The life of Jesus makes you clean, prepares you for heaven. But the principles that He taught makes you prosperous. One of the deadliest philosophy on earth is killing the Christian church. And I hear it very well. Most people say, you know Jesus was poor. You say Jesus was poor. No, Jesus was not poor. You adapt to a circumstance instead of changing them. Many people say God is in control of what happened on earth. No, God is not in control. He has given you child over it. When you believe that God is in control of everything that happened here on earth, you will adapt to circumstances instead of changing them. You will be agitated when you see the wicked prospering. You will become vindictive and even depressed over the things in your life. Was Jesus poor? No. He said the poor will have always with you, but not me. He had one of the disciples that carried money around with him wherever they go, so he could get that money if he wanted. Remember the lady who poured the oil at Jesus' feet? The oil bought with her 2 years savings. And the disciples looked at him and said, this would have been used to feed the poor. So the disciples knew that he was not poor. He promised, he said, anything you give up for him, he'll give you back in 100-fold. We don't serve a poor God. If you preach it to people and people see your life wretched, no, they won't come to you. Nobody likes to associate with a poor person. Recently, I discovered that the laws of God are different from the life of God in you. This means serving God does not guarantee prosperity. Serving God does not guarantee prosperity. Psalms 112, which I have tagged, Psalms 112 covenants. For me, I did something very little, I had to take 312 naira. I multiplied it by 12, and I gave this as my Psalm 112 covenant. I encourage you to do something like that. It may be more, it may be less. The Holy Spirit talks to us in a different way. He customizes instructions. Psalm 112, 1-3. He said, if I love His laws, His commandments, His statutes, wealth and riches will be in my house. So if I don't have wealth and riches in my house, there must be an undiscovered, unapplied principle or law. It may be the law of protocol. Jesus, or rather Joseph, shaved his beard in the olden days because the Egyptians needed beards. And to create an environment of acceptance before Pharaoh, he shaved his beard. Esther soaked in oil for 2 years. Daniel studied conversation with kings for 3 years because the kings wanted him to know how to talk to him before he brought him into his presence. Have you been trained for your future? You are where you are now of what you do. If you need to get to your future, you have to learn more things to get to your future. Learn and get addicted to solving problems. Learn and get addicted to solving problems. Because of the week, Baba Bruge called me, I asked him to solve a problem. And when he called, he gave me some money. The following day, he came again, he gave me some money. The third day, he said, do you need money? I said, no, Baba, I don't need money. Learn and get addicted to solve problems. The problems you solve qualifies you for the embossment. The problems you solve qualifies you for the involvement. So I encourage every youth here, just make 2018 your year of learning. 2018 your year of learning. This is in conjunction with what I was seeing by Reverend Felix led way for 2018. So I'll just give you the 3 and 7 points. I won't explain them. I said things you need to do to grow spiritually. Things you need to go spiritually. Praise. I think my time is up now. I pray God will help us, teenagers, youth, be a learner. Learn to sow. And God will fill you back with uncommon harvest in Jesus' name. Yeah.